Hi guys, here from Pax Europiana from Vienna, capital of the Federal Republic of Austria. And that will be the topic of my debate now. What I would like to explain is that I would like to build partnerships between the Austrian regions. We have 9 regions, Bundesländer we call them, regions, federal regions. They are like Arizona, Bavaria. I think federalism is the principle on which most of our states actually are built. Some have less mid-level governments, but Europe is the Europe of the regions. So it's very logical what I say, I think. Yeah? We have about 256 regions in the European Union, and they have a very specific role for economic and for political representation. I'm very much against separatism. Don't mix that up, and strong regions normally have a very good role to play for people being more prosperous, better represented, and then more happy in the European Union and inside the states, the member states. So 256 all in all. There is a ranking on competitiveness for this, you can see that, and there is also a very good statistics for how rich they are in relation to the 100%. For example, my region, Upper Austria, where I was born, is at 128%. And of course you see the north-south and the east-west changes, but you see some regions which are already quite rich. The capitals of the new member states are already very rich. And why is that? That's of course because of the EU, but also because some of the other regions there are not so well represented. And that I would like to change, because I'm a federalist. So I believe in European Union, but also I believe in the power of the regions, and that is also what we should do in the 9 new countries: Georgia, Moldova, Ukraine, and the 6 Western Balkan countries. And the beauty of that project is that it is not mattering at the moment if, for example, there is war. That matters very much, but not for this regional cooperation. And it doesn't matter the foreign policy of the countries, because, for example, Serbia is with Russia. Still we can work with specific regions together, because it's less about politics, it's more about economic exchange, social exchange, administrative improvements, EU approximation. So it's more about technical and real life matters, and that's very good. I propose, and I've made a list of 9 Bundesländer, Austria, with the 9 countries. And in case of Ukraine, it's a bit more, because it's ultimately not just one country, one federal state, because it's 22 regions of Ukraine. 22. So I have assigned 1 to 4 to 2 to 4 for the big member states, federal states like Upper Austria, Lower Austria. I have assigned 3 to 4 regions of Ukraine. So it's ultimately not 9 by 9, 81. I'm correct in my yes. That's always a big question, but it's about 110 direct partnerships if you take it case by case in the case of Ukraine, because it's 22 regions in Ukraine, 3 regions, not included the occupied ones, and so that makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of work, 110 regional partnerships, I know that, but ultimately it's only 9 decision makers, because the funding should come from the 9 federal states like Vienna, to partner with the 9 capitals. And then I have drawn a specific list, which I distributed today, how the federal states, with which of them they should work together, because the governors of Austrian states would probably also like to work only with the capitals and the coastal holiday resorts, but that doesn't make sense, because if we want to fight regional inequality in the new member states and prepare them for faster accession and make them also more presentable for general accession, and also to change the public opinion in Austria, then this mid-level is also very important, and also because the federal level doesn't spend a lot on these countries anymore. So it's now, because it's normally spent under development aid, and these countries are now too rich, they are in EU accession, but it doesn't hinder the regions to do a bit. It's not about full-scale development, it's about partnership activities. So you can fund all these partnerships, each partnership with whatever, 200,000 or 1 million if it's bigger. So it's an overseeable amount of money. Even when all in all, when you see 110 partnerships and €1 million, okay, that would be also a lot of money, but okay, it would be a lot. 100 each, $1 million, 100 million. Yes, but we have just spent so much money on other things, so it's possible to do it. And it's divided by 9 federal states, and maybe the EU can co-fund some of these activities because they're very much meant for preparing EU accession. And then there would be maybe other resources over time, and project would develop from the private sector, from the public sector. Once these bottlenecks of the embassies and the very malfunctioning and control-freaky federal governments is avoided, then the regions can really connect the people, the businesses, the societies, the civil sector, from Upper Austria to Imereti and Guri. And I know the Upper Austrian friendship organizations, partner organizations, which are proposed better, or from Vienna to Tbilisi, or from Upper Austria to Kherson. By the way, it's very important to liberate Kherson. But this federal project is really very important, and I call it the pre-accession preparation project of the partner regions. And this I would like to do. And it's 110 partnerships, all in all. Maybe a bit more, but 110 is a rough figure of 9 plus 9. And in the case of Ukraine, it's not 9 regions, but it is 22 regions. So it's probably a bit less than 110, somehow like this, yeah, above 100. The number will be closing in, and maybe there's a little bit of more, because some countries I have assigned 9, a bit artificially. Some are bigger, some are smaller, but it all makes a lot of sense, and I ask for your support for these federal regions. And it's all on my Twitter feed in detail, and I will release now then in exact numbers which regions to work with which, but it all makes a lot of sense, and I hope that you will support this federal pre-accession partnership for fast-track accession of the 9 countries into the European Union based on EU federalism and on inner country federalism. And strong regions are the basis for a strong Europe, and that's what I hope you will support. Thanks a lot, and more to come from Pax Europiana. Bye.